Mary asks a very similar question, and in English it's really similar. It's maybe the same question, which is, how is this supposed to happen? How can I trust that what you've told me is going to happen? And Gabriel does not yell at Mary the same way, right? This huge double standard. No, he just tells Mary it's going to work like this, and he answers her question. So there's something in that question that we probably need to kind of figure out exactly, right? What is it that Zechariah is asking the angel that sounds exactly what Mary's asking, that Gabriel is offended by Zechariah's question and not by Mary's? There's some kind of trust in Zechariah's question that's missing, right? Like there's some sort of way Zechariah was imagining this to work that's missing. This sets us up in this conversation that Zechariah has with Gabriel. There's something that really interesting happens, and you guys know this already. But in this conversation with Gabriel, Gabriel says, you don't get to talk anymore. He said, here's the deal. I'm going to do something amazing. God's doing something amazing for you in the life of your wife and your family. You're going to have a kid. Now, in traditional Bible ways, right? Zechariah is too old to have a baby. His wife is too old to have a baby. She's never had a baby. All this stuff that happens, these are Old Testament stories that show up over and over again. They happen in Luke 1. And Zechariah goes, oh, I don't know. Is that really possible? And Gabriel goes, yeah, it's going to happen, and you're not going to get to talk about it. So now you don't get to speak. And so Zechariah's punishment is that he does not get to tell everybody what happened to him. He gets this amazing word from God. In the midst of his going about his life, doing his job, he encounters Gabriel and now back to the world and not say anything because he didn't trust when God showed up and worked that it was God showing up and working. Right? Gabriel shows up and gives him a message from God, and Zechariah instinctively, I don't know, are you sure? This just seems like God's doing something that is not possible. I'm not sure all the way that. Did you miss some details in there? Right? And so Zechariah gets this message from Gabriel, and his immediate response is not what Mary's immediate response was. His immediate response is, are you sure? It sounds good, but is it too good to be true? I'm not sure. Are you sure God's really going to do that for me and my wife? And when he does that, the angel does not take away God's blessing. It doesn't take away what God's going to do in the world. It doesn't take away God's ability to work.